back from the gym, and I passed the block that one of my exes used to live on, and I started thinking about the relationship we had, or the type of relationship we had, or maybe even the lack of a relationship we had, because it was so toxic. And just for a sprinkle of time, I missed him and the interactions and the conversations, because he was intelligent, intellectual, he was witty. Like, I don't laugh at people often, like their jokes don't be funny to me, but he made quite a few jokes. But this one joke in particular, it was so clever, it was so witty, it was so on time, the timing was perfect, it was so dark, but it was so hilarious. And when he made that joke, I was like, bitch, I just fell in love with you. Like, nobody makes me laugh. And so as I was riding by the block and thinking about all of this thing, I was kind of like, ooh, I don't know. So the triggering, I'll tell you a little deeper insight. So I managed some properties for my friend, and I was in eviction court, getting one of the tenants evicted. And I remember the judge calling his name out, but I did not pay attention to the actual name, nor did I pay attention to the address. But he called his name out because he was on the eviction list, and I'm blown, because I'm like, what? Like, this man got a full-time job. It's a decent job, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting evicted? Not my business, because we ain't together no more. But anyway, it came up as such. And so again, I rolled past the block, and I just looked down real quickly. Of course, his car was not there while he was evicted. So he don't live there no more. But I was thinking, God, thank you so much for having me miss the things that were not supposed to be a part of my life. When I sit back and I think about the situations or the situationships that I've been in with people, and how those relationships or situationships did not work out. You ever wanted to just be with somebody so bad that it makes you cry? Have you ever needed someone so bad you can't sleep at night? Have you ever tried to find? No, but you know how we'll allow ourselves to live in delusion and fantasy, all because we have this daydream of a fairy tale that we're expecting to happen between ourselves and this person. And we don't truly know who this person is. We're learning them along the way. But as we learn the good and the bad, the sweet and the sour, we start separating how much sweet and sour we can actually take, because there's a dream that I have dreamt that needs to come to fruition. And we ignore all of the warning signs, complain about them the whole way, fight, argue about them the entire time, but we never actually do anything about it. And I had to stop and really absorb the fact that God has, maybe even against, my true desires, removed people out of my life that I did not deserve to have gone through mess with. And it may have hurt. And a lot of times it did. I'll tell you, it cost me my freedom. I'll tell you, it cost me $12,000 plus court fees. I can tell you that it's cost me, being arrested. I can tell you that it's cost me sleepless nights. I can tell you that it's caused me body aches, muscle pulls. I can tell you that it caused me being tasered. I can tell you that it's caused me of being literally dated a nigga who bit me in the chest. I can tell you it's caused me a busted eye vessel. I can tell you blood vessel. I can tell you that in these relationships that I've been in, they've been both good and bad. Some that have loved me from the top of my head down to the bottom of my feet, and some who did not know how to treat me and in fact mistreated me, and I mistreated them as well. And when I think about the people, because that's what we do, we attach ourselves to the idea of this person, and we think we're the special ones. I'm a magician. I can make you change. I know you're hurt. I know you went through some shit. I have the remedy to make you grow. I have the remedy to teach you love and how to give it back. I am this thing, and you're not. I was just on the phone with my friend yesterday, and I won't divulge too much of his business, but he said, when I got into the relationship that I'm in now, and I'm going to paraphrase, I thought I had the magic to make this man different. I heard how difficult he could be, And now that I'm in the situation, I see it firsthand. And I thought that I was different enough to change that. And I had to confirm and affirm that, yes, you are different and you do have the things that it takes to love someone properly. However, you have to understand, with you being the difference, there is a difference. He is a different person from you, and that creates the differences. Compromise is needed in order for your differences to become a flow, an order, a pattern, a something. And without that, you have nothing. So anyway, I go back to say, we don't have a magic wand, a spell. We don't have a potion. Our sex ain't that good. Our money, or whatever it is. We don't have the thing that you think that we have, that it will take to turn toxicity into treasure. We don't. And we confuse ourselves. We deceive ourselves. And so I was so grateful. And I love the word grateful, because it goes far beyond thankful. I'm so grateful that God removed those people out of my life. Now, here's the warning that I want to give you, because you know where you are and where you stand, and whatever the situation is, whether it's romantic, professional, whatever, you know you've gotten to a point where you are fed up. You are fed, Mercury at the top of the thermometer. You are fed up and you are tired. And it's getting to the point now where you are explosive and you are confused and you are hurt and you keep trying and you feel exhausted and you're all of the things. This is your warning. When God is trying to separate you from something, metaphorically, he'll throw a brick at you. He'll throw a brick at you. And it's your job to say, ouch, okay, I get it. Or stay. Now, when you stay, he's going to throw a cylinder brick at you. Now, it's your job to say, ouch, I get it, or I'll stay. Now, if you stay, he's going to drop a house on your ass. And you may be able to crawl up from underneath the rubble, or you might be laying there for someone to inherit your ruby red slippers. But he's trying to warn you, and you're ignoring it. Leave that man alone. Leave that woman alone. Whether they were born that way or they choose to identify themselves in that way, this person, and you know who it is because you're thinking about them right now. Say their name out loud. That's them. This is the person that you need to get far away from before it is too late. You don't need my testimony. I don't need to go into all the loops and the hoops and the what happened. You heard about it already. If you hadn't, go through my page to talk about it. Just know that this is, you better listen to me. This is your warning right now to put it into it. And I know it hurts to walk away when we don't want to walk away. Some of us quit on other shit. We quit school, quit work, but we can't quit smoking. We can't quit drinking. We can't quit clubbing. We can't quit sexing, and we can't quit that toxic relationship. But this is your warning to do it today before it is too late. You didn't already suffer enough. The sleepless nights, the calling, the driving past their house, the accusing them and the getting in each other's faces and the cussing each other out. You done felt low. You done talked about this nigga mama. You done talked about his dead daddy. You done did all the things, and he done all the things to you, or she's done all the things to you. You don't need no more of a warning to let you know that there are a billion other fish out in the sea. There's shrimp and crawfish, there's squid. There's so many options out in the sea for you to be worrying about this fucking trout. So let this serve as your warning today to say no and say yes to self. Walk away. If it hurts now, you think it's gonna get better? You think it's gonna get better? It's not. I just had to get that off my chest. I hope that resonates with you. I hope it is exactly what you needed to hear. And not just what you needed to hear, but what you needed to hear for you to move on and begin to heal. Choose yourself first. I don't care. He homeless. He hungry. He's love deprived. He was adopted and he ain't never felt love. Whatever his trauma is, baby, it is not in need of treatment through you. You cannot fill somebody else's emotional voids. Either the person is doing the work or they're not doing the work at all. They're not going to do it because you suggested it. They're not going to do it because you there helping it. They're going to pretend. They're going to do image control. They're going to make it look like, yes, baby, I just want to drink some tea and sit and chant with you. No, they don't give a shit about that shit. They just want to get in where they fit in and get what they want from you until they had enough. So anyway, I'm not going to belabor the message any longer. You heard what I said. If you didn't, I'm just going to say it again. Walk away from that toxicity. Walk away from the toxicity. Walk away from the toxicity before you're escorted away from the toxicity, before you're wheeled away from the toxicity. Okay? All right. If you have not heard that you are loved today, please know that I love you. And go to the mirror. Please go to the mirror. Tell yourself how much you love you. And you have a blessed day. Happy Sabbath.